All right, it's a beautiful sunny Saturday morning, and once again, I'm on your screens on MBN TV to bring you the most captivating stories around the world of football on the Lineup Sports Show. Once again, my name is Dr.Rash, and I'm sitting in for a regular host, Derek Mr. Ashite. And today, there are lots of news around the world of sports, actually, but I just want us to touch on a couple of the news, most important ones, most captivating stories around the world of football. A lot is happening. Most of the clubs, as we all know, are getting ready for the new calendar season, and it's been hot. It's been fireworks. There's been surprises all over the world of football and all that. The transfer news, broken hearts, some are playing tactical and all that in the transfer news, and we hope that when the football season starts properly, we hope there are tactical means in the transfer windows in a show or a so and dive straight into the news now. But for some time now, football but then today I want us to look at our women. They are in the quarterfinals of the WAFCON. In the week they played against Mali and they drew 1-1, but then they were able to manage to qualify into the next round, the quarterfinals of the Women African Football Cup. So I would like to touch on that. They are they are playing against Malawi in the quarterfinals, and then we hope they are able to qualify to the next stage. If I'm allowed, I can go. I want to go straight to our monitors and give you some news around the world of football. So if that is okay, we can dive straight. All right. So on our screens here, you can see our gallant women. Our gallant women. They have been doing beautiful. They have been performing beautifully well in the WAFCON. Actually, they won a game, lost, and then drew their last game against Mali. They won against Cape Verde and then lost against Cameroon as well. But they have been playing amazingly well with the likes of Kujo, Bedua, and others. Kusi. The girls are really performing well, and we really need to look at their performance and know that they are representing our country and making us proud. Sometimes these ladies, I think they even make us proud than our men. We don't want to dive more into that, but sometimes they make us proud than even our men. So if we move forward, you can see in the standings here, the countries that are representing in the knockout stages, the quarterfinals. And I think if I'm allowed to go, as Morocco is playing against South Africa in the first game in the quarterfinals, and then Cameroon faces Nigeria, the Super Falcons of Nigeria. They'll be facing Cameroon in that fixture also, and then Cote d'Ivoire will be facing Algeria in the other games, and then Ghana, the Black Queens of Ghana, will be facing Malawi, and we wish them all the best in that game, and hopefully they're able to beat Malawi, beat them convincingly, so that any team, any nation that comes our way, they'll be afraid. I think they'll be meeting the winner between the game of Cote d'Ivoire and Algeria. So that's about our women football. And then, as I was saying earlier on, I made you guys know that a lot of things have been happening around the world of football, actually, and it's true. But I want us to touch on our local football. The Ghana Premier League is starting pretty soon, and the transfer window will be over by the end of this month. By 23rd or about, the transfer window in the Ghana Premier League will be over. It will be closed. So the signings and all that is going on this season. I'm rooting for Port City. You guys should watch out for them. But then want to touch on some of the big names in our Ghana Premier League. Their first 5 fixtures in the Ghana Premier League. We want us to touch on that so that your fans maybe so who say, Kotoko in the first game Obeshia Semesi has Beshia way, Adriana Beshia way, Samatex, all of that. We want to touch a couple of the fixtures on that, and then we'll move on to other news as well. So stick and stay with me. We'll dive straight into that. And this is the glorious Accra Hearts of Folk, your national number 1, Benjamin Asari team, glorious Accra Hearts of Folk. almost first 5 fixtures in the season coming proper. And I'm person to so their first 5 fixtures, they are playing home against Brecum Chelsea. Brecum Chelsea. And their second game will be away at Gold Stars, BBN Gold Stars, and then the third game. It's also folk fans no mention so. The first 5 games in Amede Bremono. It's an Indian ake. The first 5 games say about feel no kuye. Game say me. Koni last season has to folk draw one kwake equal season any ame hire new technical director, new coaching staffs now that they know the new coach team. One kwake I'm first 5 games say about Ambako wins. Nijiake draw say so na track the last season I'm draw say chon. You won kwake season there and Bafi no papa na more wins. They did well as well. They finished in the top 4. So their first 5 games, they are staying at home and playing against Brecum Chelsea, BBN Gold Stars away, Bechem United. They are playing home. They are going away to Karela United and play on the 5th game. They will play the away also against Dreams FC. It was Hasselfolk. The rest Hasselfolk in the first 5 games. Brecum Chelsea at home, Gold Stars away, Bechem United at home, and then they'll go away to Karela and then Dreams FC as well. So that's the first 5 games for Glorious Accra Hasselfolk in the Ghana Premier League coming up shortly. We'll move on to their arch rivals, Kumasi Asante Kotoko, Ukuma Pema Pembeba. Those are the Omundino, Ukuma Pema Pembeba, the Porcupine Warriors. Their first 5 games in Somsomeshia, the BB United FC. First game of the season, the BB United FC. They'll be meeting them. Their second game, they'll play against the Pandu Hearts of Lions boys, which is the Volta boys in season. We almost say last season they performed well. Do baby no more money, but then they were in the league and season we Kumasi Asante Kotoko be facing in the second week of the game. Third match, FC Samatex game we mobile Kotoko third match on the FC Samatex. Away. Betina home to Adriana FC. They are sworn rivals. We say game with Kotoko ne Adriana share fireworks. So keep an eye on that. Ukuma Pembeba boys no. But 4th game in the season, Mune Adriana FC. And then in the 5th game, they travel or they stay at home again to Karela United. They stay at home again to Karela United. In the first 5 games for Kotoko, so known as Asante Kotoko, the BB United FC, New Boys Omaba, they will meet them in the first game. They stay at home again to Accra Hearts of Lions, to Pando Hearts of Lions, and then they go away to Samatex FC. They stay at home to Adriana and stay at home again to Karela United. These are the first 5 games, Asante Kotoko. We move on to Adriana, the Oja Boys. The Oja Boys, almost first 5 games, they play against Hearts of Lions away. First 5 games, first game, 2 coin to Hearts of Lions. Now home to Samatex 1996. Now home again to Karela FC. Away to Asante Kotoko. Now 5th game, share Swedro All Blacks. Timonshan and Somami, Adriana Stars. So first 5 games, We move on to BBN Gold Stars. BBN Gold Stars. First 5 games, share Bechem United. Away to Bechem United. Second game, Accra Hearts of Folk. Betina home. They will play against Accra Hearts of Folk. Stadium. Their 3rd game is Dreams FC. Away. The 4th game is Miami Boys and supporting season with Port City. Port City. Their 4th game is against Port City. That will be a beautiful game. And a 5th game, Vision FC. Vision FC in their 5th game. So this is the first 5 games for the BNU Gold Stars FC as well. 4th and 5th games and clubs from the Port City. Port City. Port City FC and Kasankasa, Port City and Manchester Tema. Clubs Vision FC so Vision FC and Port City. So we move on to Hearts of Lions. Hearts of Lions, so first 5 fixtures, and I'm in the Bremono. First game, Adriana Stars. Second game, Asante Kotoko. 3rd game, Swedro All Blacks. 4th game, Young Apostles. And then the 5th game, FC Ashanti. For Hearts of Lions, I'm fixtures no so and you're bad. First 5 games, I Hearts of Lions. So moving on. As I've brought you this interesting news in our local leagues. No, qualify to the quarterfinals. Now they are there. No, we are very much aware. So yes, football. No, it's a bring back the love. Sometimes now, if you know people involved in our football, no, mama, put fans be off now they are there. But next year, say na what enjoyment man the foreign football the European football no ebenya on keka so ama local football this is the only way I betimi aboy football no so you be go stadiums you be akoshe games you be support your clubs no release jerseys you be tobi na ade you be boa clubs no say na you betimi so assigning good players your league no e be competitive and yes as yes you be kechi what I say yes I be kechi so let's support our guys talent to Ghana if you think I'm lying. Just look at Black Stars #1 goalkeeper Benjamin Asari, all the way from Accra House of Folk or the Kobo against the likes of England. Now they are there. So let's support our own. So before we move to the European football, I want to touch a little bit on our local league, and I hope our viewers also enjoy that. It's, we'll go straight to the European football because some season, it's approaching very fast and all that. Clubs, as I said earlier on in my earlier submissions, they are making signings and all that. How people do not expect it and all that. But that is football for you. A lot of surprises coming when it comes to football. It's, and also so if you stick with me, let's say I go straight to some football news in the world of football. So slide on my screens. Slide the projector on our screens. Diomande. This football news, cancer transfer news with Saga no BB in the beginning. There no a bit controversial. PSG were in for this guy. They were, I think, the leading runners when it comes to the signature of Diomande, the 19-year-old Ivorian, Noboma RB Leipzig. Liverpool make it bid. I think it was too expensive for them. They back out. It was left with only PSG. Out of nowhere, Real Madrid bought Remu to go in for Diomande, and I think na Leipzig, PSG also decided to back out and leave Real Madrid alone. Transfer news, drag it on, kakra. But finally, Real Madrid, Diomande was official. Real Madrid confirming. They have confirmed. Fabrizio confirmed that news. Actually, confirmed that it is 125 million euros plus 15 million euros. Sorry, 15 million euros completed as RB Leipzig gave the green light to the move today. Into Real Madrid are confirming Diomande, and already Abrante Naba Madrid Akachia was started on one personal training near there because the club traveled or Mukakabo friendly match and yesterday Nobabe and the medical so on one or two training at the Madrid City. Into the news concerning Diomande. As it stands now, he is the most expensive African player ever. The most expensive African player. The last player signing aboard was Nicolas Pepe, honestly from Cote d'Ivoire to Arsenal. It's a new deal now, so we hope this guy's deal at Real Madrid. As a Real Madrid fan as well, and I hope it goes well this season. They're up front, very sharp. So that's about Diomande. We move on to Manchester United. A man for signing almost 140 million euros players. Now Manchester United so signing young boys. Now that they're Mr. Ashite team almost signing Manchester almost signing a young Colombian 18-year-old talent, Christian Orozco. Almost confirm say also babe see akan ama Manchester United. Ebe we nu kra na bia na brand no kra yentimi kra register no for first team no be hwe no mo nenam na ade. Omo business no mo bra na Real Madrid dey nchiro mo 2 players o man keke o mo nya salary increment because o mo kobo Champions League football. Marcus Rashford and Andre Onana o mo nya salary increment. Say Sir Jim Ratcliffe both but one am signing deals. So moving on, they will go straight to the camp of Real Madrid again. Vinicius Junior. Earlier on, this guy Vinicius Junior, project it on the screen for me, please. Vinicius Junior was in the news when it comes to the transfer news. Season, and America said the contract with Real Madrid was almost done. Now, last season, Madrid presenting a contract offer. Now they are there. He's not signing the team. Now they are there. More pre-increments, salary increments, image right now that they do. Baby, Arsenal FC. No Munjeshi, EPL Kakranti, no some per se almost signing Vinicius Junior. But I believe Vinicius you see Arsenal FC that did better deal for Real Madrid, and he has signed a new contract of 6 years, renewing a contract of 6 years into Arsenal. But when you have Vinicius Junior, me do baby na contract waving sense then it was becoming a little bit unbecoming for me. But finally, agreement has been struck, and Vinicius Junior is set to stay at Real Madrid for 6 more years. 6 more years. So that is about Vinicius Junior. So once and some joining team, and then the surprise of the week when it comes to the transfer news. Surprise. When you say coming into this transfer window, news and now say Abrante Rodri. It wasn't just this season. Seasons come as 2 seasons, but Rodri really wanted to play for Real Madrid. News nearby, he offered himself to Real Madrid. Now, valid contract with Manchester City, but he really wanted to move. News nearby, gaining more traction on our socials, because after the World Cup, winning with Spain, he really wanted to come back to his nation. Pep Guardiola moved Manchester City, so he also wanted to move. Bernardo Silva movie, so he also wanted to move. In the Camp, Tanaka, John Stones, a lot of people have moved. He decided also to make a move. But the other say, Opeso Obama, Real Madrid. The only problem was Abrante, the president of Real Madrid, Perez. He was really not keen in the signing of this guy. But I think the board of directors pushed he made an offer to Rodri. Now, I see Rodri to see an Madrid. Drag feet. Call out for young Diomande deal near there. Then a Madrid they chair. And also a Ballon d'Or winner. We need trouble with Manchester City. The national team cry more players are only on Barcelona. This guy decided to have a change of mind. Even so, you see Madrid to call Barcelona. But who say he really wanted to play for Madrid. But who say he's not really wanted, and decided to switch and go for our sworn arch rivals in the season. Where if this deal is finally confirmed, but as we speak, Barca, they have made an offer to Manchester City. Manchester City says swap, Sikani swap. Says Sikano Kwanko pushing it to come at Real Madrid, Sikani swap. So, but Rodri so pushes Obeka Kwabama, a friend is an FC Barcelona. I wish him all the best. Some of these news, sometimes I have fans, I know me personally, but some of these news, the La Liga, because La Liga was for some seasons now, not bad form. We share Classico no crowd before Lamine Mubeba ne do baby na kwa 1 way na Madrid. We share Barca na heavyweights in Nimsa, but you see we share more signings now there. Better my Classico no sign Babiuma a so Rodri is moving to FC Barcelona. We wish him all the best. Nobody hates him. We wish him all the best. Moving also. Moving on. As I said earlier on, Diomande on our screens, we're any medicals or Real Madrid now that they were passing or starting the personal training now that they are branding with 19 years per year. But then Ocean in Impa, so 19 years, and I believe or 19 years, I hope say or this are youthful exuberance, youthful exuberance never game no more Real Madrid. Season where they are attacking your sharp. A lot of people are saying your midfield no need defense, but I believe Jose Mourinho can do something. Players here midfield we played with some of these midfielders. The winning trophies now they are there. People are complaining. Rodri, yes, of course, it could have been an upgrade, but it doesn't mean that the guys there are also that bad. I'm a bad anchor. Obviously, Trameni, Mr. Shite team, no more pray no more papa. So we make good use of the talents. They are not bad. So I believe season where the Real Madrid will do wonders. We shall brand with power, shine physique, power. So 19 years, it's beautiful. Manchester City, we shall season where a lot of ins and outs. Air course over Manchester City. Coach Pep Guardiola, more players, John Stones, more joining Inter Milan. There, Tanaka, more Fifi Horn. There, they decided keeper, signing about last season. John Stratford or buy and Chan Donnarumma so buy, so he was relegated to the second bench, or should I say second goalkeeper? Rather, yes, second goalkeeper, and he didn't really enjoy that match until we decided to move away from Manchester City to Leeds. City needed a second keeper, and they went in for the Argentine, Rulli, who was Marseille last season. Marseille #1. This guy is really good. Rulli is really good, and he's moving to Manchester City as the second goalkeeper for Manchester City. It's a nice move. Manchester City, nice signing. Now we muna and rap. Na transfer news no corner surprise back buy. Barcelona captain Ankasano. Amo captain Ankasano. Club no jamu fans asa omo ni njimu poso yo omo captain. Club Nankasa omo ni njimu. Abrante your friend Ronaldo Araujo. Barcelona for finally. News buy and say they are in a move. Omo person push Abrante we Liverpool. Now I don't know Mr. Wally and Diwali ni team may name what informed this decision, but I believe this guy can do it. But this guy is a bit physical, too physical. The Barcelona style of play, but I think it's a good move for both sides because we share Liverpool and Konate to Real Madrid. So I think if this guy is coming in, I know America, Joe Gomez, you can't talk about them. And all that. So if this guy is coming in on loan, but there's on the loan, no, there's a possibility, sir. Barcelona will push out to come Liverpool finally. So we keep an eye on that. It's a surprise, but I think it's a win-win for both clubs. So moving forward, Atletico Madrid, they are in the news. Almost like Argentine defender Romero of Tottenham. I'm going to make it bid. Arsenal wanted to hijack this deal, but Tottenham, they will never sell to Arsenal. They will never. They are sworn rivals. They will never. So Atletico is working on this deal as at now. Negotiations are underway with Tottenham and official club-to-club talks ongoing, and also approaches made on the player side. Romero was looking at going to Inter Milan, but Inter sana omonya manetena and so any na new Chrome Simeone friends on Mekano. Now Shakwa we probably can defenders as Simeone won team say La Liga no. Buga pempa wa Atletico afa season we. Romero, papa. Moving forward, and Chelsea, season way dear Chelsea. Nana abedi aku team no, season way dear. We are looking forward to a lot of things from you guys. Season way, we are looking forward to a lot of things from you guys. But I'm confirming the sign first. This left back, Obama Rayo Vallecano, Echeverri. This guy, Pep Chaveria, guy they went in for him as Edu baby normal slow down, but almost I want me for money into hard to sub bracer, so they had to make signing. This guy is 28 years old, by the way, and they decided to make 19 million euros bid for this guy from Rayo Vallecano and 2 million add-ons. 2 million add-ons by account, total package, roughly 21 million euros for a 28-year-old. He's good. So we wish him all the best. Blues, team no their season way Manchester City. I will make a decision to move in for Ayub Boadi, Leo player no. Ultimately, Manchester City they already knew say Rodri there or Pesoko, so they wanted a replacement. And this guy, we also how good he was at the World Cup for Morocco. He's a very talented and hard-working midfielder. I'll bet me slotting in perfectly well. He might not fill in the shoes of Rodrigo Cascante immediately, but trust me, this guy has future. He has a huge potential, and I believe he can do marvelously well in the EPL. So we keep an eye on him, an African brother. Keep an eye on him. He's very good. Moving forward, Abrante Franco Mastantuano. Real Madrid share signings now. They are there banner. This guy, it will be difficult for him to play, and we need him to develop. Send Hendrik money at there. No, we decided to give him to Fiorentino, Italian Serie A. No, Uncle Kakra. Sorry, Uncle Kakra. Na the confidence, no bra on developing biome. Then he can move in back into the club. How because we invested a lot of money for this guy, and he's a talented footballer. Trust me. And the club back in Argentina wanted him back, but Madrid said no, we want him to develop still in Europe. I will keep a close eye on him. So keep an eye on this deal as well. Franco Mastantuano is going to move to Fiorentina. Moving forward, no na me kai mo say we are brand here ababa I see so yeah a lot of work we bread na there within the week no share na honam baby ya oda unda umpanonia I'm recommending Serenity Heaven Spa. Oh, yeah, farmer. Oko na me nkofo we e de omo nsa count na mo massage omo deep tissue massage na wanda oko down pass na wanda Brian BNTV be hwehwe me na je osika. I'm telling you, Serenity Heaven Spa omo de omo nsa count omo ye facial smile we are obaba na ye de nsa ye massage o na ye de nsa kan ye facial spa na osi krom na we nyam market sebe abrante na mfrefro pa na fi bebe fi, because these guys omo modern so eni omo edwuma so eni. If you see how they work, professionals who run omo premises are serene environment. One kasa before you be attended to you now all problems 90% are solved. So make it a point to visit Serenity Heaven Spa or Yarefa, and you won't regret it. You won't regret it, my people. And moving on. Managers, to say EP on season we fireworks baby umpa. There are a lot of ins mutra usha nyama akọ or EP on managers ni bi ya bomb na situ na ade no there. I know a shit season we Michelle, I don't know if Michael Carrick can do wonders. I'm about Champions League, but I'm signings no nye actives are Chelsea or domestic crown osha nenya break. So I don't know what Manchester United is doing. They are going to Europe. They should be up and doing. Oko kan sisia ya beche warrior, but omankasa mujidi said Americano enye ne bone kwan so. Ntino, I want us to look at Mrantia na coaches number handle ye EPL teams no clubs no. Mun take keen interest to, because interest wo osha yankasa ye Ghana for ni bi cry moves Fatawi Shahakumu ene Caleb Yoenchi mo make moves nti mo hwe managers a o handle omo se na be ya mo nkoka se na coach we onye good nti wo hwe Abrante Mikel Arteta the straight Arsenal on the Yampamino. He's the longest serving coach now EPL ni mu. Mikel Arteta is there. Aston Villa Unai Emery, marvelous coach. Or Bournemouth, coach in Liverpool, Aquafan on Areola, we movie, and they went in for this man, Marco Rose. This guy is good. Trust me. If you know Bundesliga football, he's good. But coaching Dortmund, Mönchengladbach, coaching RB Leipzig, now they are there and slotting him straight to Bournemouth. I believe he can do well. Bet me feeling the shoes of Areola, Nyamano, and then we move forward to Brentford. Keith Andrews. Adi we aye kire mu no ye kire fans no ni mu coach so na nye se mo be ye banter na afi hu coach kra dimbo season no be start na uni mu coach kra na o ye banter and then Mr. Ashite chiwa obe miao me fan cheo right and then me kan da chiwa obe miao. So know your coach mu hu mo tactics e man ka se ben na coach yi kra boy Chelsea mo pesa de no sometimes coach need build it from back now see boom coach no style of play. So moving on, Brighton. So Fabian Hasler or Chelsea, we all know. I'm signing Abrante Xabi Alonso, known style of play. Coventry City so are back in the EPL proper, and Obiso Osanko and Osanbae, Frank Lampard, no coach. He's also back in the league. Crystal Palace, Makofa, Pierre Sage, we know League One, very good coach. Very good coach. I'm looking forward to what he will do at Crystal Palace, because Oliver Glasner, Jumano here or no, I hope he can do it. Everton, David Moyes, OG or League Nimu. Fulham, I'm signing Alvaro Arbeloa, former coach of Real Madrid, former player of Real Madrid and Liverpool. On a Fulham Fakakofano, making nice moves. Hull City are back. I'm coach. Yes, Sergej Jakirovic, and I hope I also very well. And Ipswich. They are back. Ned McKennie, former Manchester United assistant, no coach. When they came back, they decided to go in for Gary O'Neill. On Nokita Ipswich. On Fatawi Shahaku. We're moving from Leicester City to Ipswich. And Leeds, Yayenim, a gentleman on the touchline, Daniel Fake, is with Leeds now. And Liverpool, Andoni Areola, he doesn't need any introduction. Manchester City, I back for the assistant manager Enzo Maresca, former manager of Chelsea. And then Manchester United is still sticking with Michael Carrick. And then Newcastle, they decided to part ways with manager friend Eddie Howe, and now they have a new coach who was in the Saudi league for a while, Abrante Matthias Jassel. Then he's also handling Newcastle now. Nottingham Forest is Also bringing in a coach of Oliver Glasner, formerly of Crystal Palace, and a Sunderland, coach of the season last season. Season will make me to see this man, Regis Lebris. He did marvelously well. That is him, or Sunderland. And Spurs brought in one of the coaches and no more time no power. Trust me, when this man was at Brighton, no money ni we grab. I don't know about coach manager Roberto De Zerbi. So these are your managers. Know your managers. Football clubs, no fans, know your managers, know their style of play. The days of kasa keke no etwem. The stats. Any nyama wunim in the game. Any throw, any hearsay, any facts, and the football in the season way. And trust me, on MBN TV, Lineup Sports Show, will bring you facts. The stats. You better dive into the inconvenience of the football season proper. Mr. Ashitebro for back watching inconvenience way there, by the way, and so we're moving on. Chelsea FC